What advice would you give to other people who are like obviously going through similar issues to yourself? I'm suffering with this, I don't know what to do, and they're just procrastinating on it.
Calories are important, but it's not just about the calories.
Any final bits of advice, Maggie, for anyone?
Yeah, honestly, I just say, like, join this program, like I said earlier, having your guidance and support and knowledge.
So, Samina, have you got any final tips or tricks for people who are looking to lose weight?
It's about getting protein on your plate. Get your protein on your plate, get your fibre, get your good fats.
What it is you actually do and what made you get started and go down that avenue?
It was basically my own journey.
Do you want to give us a bit of background on like where you started, like how you started your journey with Abbzfit?
Just to get stronger, get fitter. I already was in a good place. I think I just wanted to get even fitter and stronger.
Do you want to run us through what went on, obviously, when you came away from the programme, when you were on your own?
So yeah, I came away, thought I can do this on my own. I was only focusing on calories as opposed to health. I wasn't really focusing on like nutrients. I got to a point where I was questioning if I was depressed. Headaches every day and ear pain going on. After a few weeks, yeah, it was like severely anemic.
Do you feel now, like, of course, your mindset in regards to how you eat your food, how you prepare it?
I think now understanding the importance of health rather than just losing weight. Health is wealth.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Abbzfit Podcast. So this is our first podcast, and during these podcasts we're going to be running through the ups and downs and the successes, failures of client journeys with fitness, well-being, and just overall building confidence through training and exercise. So to kick things off today, we are joined by Coach Samina, who's one of the coaches, a lady specialist coach at Abbzfit, and one of our fantastic clients, Maggie, who's going to share her experience as well. So we'll get started, guys. Get ready to be inspired. So Samina, let's kick things off with yourself. Do you want to run us through what it is you actually do and what made you get started and go down that avenue?
Yeah, so for me, it was basically my own journey. Just hormonal imbalances and irregular periods and just perimenopause and just going back and forth with the doctors and not getting nowhere. Just basically the resolution was medication and operations. And I felt that that wasn't for me. I didn't want to be on medication for the rest of my life, and then the side effects that comes with that medication. And I was like, there must be another resolution out there. There must be something else that I can do. So basically researched, did a lady specialist coaching that deals with specifically women and hormonal, all types of hormonal issues. Once I got that certification, that's it. And this is why I'm here, basically, to help other women who've going through what I'm going through.
Fantastic. So yourself, Maggie, do you want to give us a bit of background on like where you started, like how you started your journey with Abbzfit, what made you initially get started? And
So when I first started with you last year, it was just to get stronger, get fitter. I already was in a good place. I think I just wanted to get even fitter and stronger for basically doing activities with my children and keeping up with them.
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, I think you were one of the first people I've ever met. I think you're the only person I've ever met that loves burpees. Like, you absolutely smashed every...
Yeah, I did, yeah.
There was a lot of HIIT training involved at the beginning of your circuit, and it was like full on, and you're just smashing them out, and you're like, give me more burpees. And I was like...
Yeah, I think at first I didn't really want to get into weights. I was more into the HIIT, but then... Yeah, we...
I remember him telling me that I got a client and she loves burpees, she loves more burpees, and I was like, she's mad. She's absolutely mad.
But no, it's good. And then obviously later on down the journey, obviously you went so far, you absolutely smashed it. So we were seeing good weight loss, results were fantastic, you were full of energy.
Dead strong.
Then obviously for personal reasons you had to come away from the programme for a little while. Do you want to run us through what went on, obviously, when you came away from the programme, you know, when you were on your own?
Yeah, so I came away, thought I can do this on my own, and my activity was still good, but I was only focusing on calories as opposed to health. I wasn't really focusing on like nutrients, protein, vitamins, minerals. And it got to a point where I wasn't going on walks anymore. I didn't want to go on walks, which is worrying. I love being at nature with a podcast on with my dog. I live for that. I was sleeping for hours every single day. And then I would wake up and I was still tired. And I got to a point where I was questioning if I was depressed. Like, I was like, I've never lived with depression before. Am I depressed? And I genuinely didn't know. And I didn't want to speak to people. Like when I was going for like my nail appointment, I remember the same girls I've seen for years. And I just sat there and I just honestly couldn't be bothered to even just engage in conversation. I just really was at a low point. And then I had like a bit of headaches every day and ear pain going on. I went to the doctors. And then after a few weeks, it was like severely anemic. So I think lack of health there, basically.
I think a lot of people don't realise, like, bad nutrition leads to tiredness.
Yeah.
Lack of hydration leads to headaches. So it's a combination of the two things.
Yeah.
It's just you're going to be tired, you're going to have headaches, you're going to be drowsy.
Yeah.
You're just not going to feel yourself. So it's very important as well. Like, a lot of people think healthiness is all about training. When it's not. It actually comes back to nutrition's
definitely
more important than anything.
Yeah.
And it just helps with, you are what you eat, as they say. And it's, it's very important to make sure your nutrition's on point.
Yeah.
Did you find you were just literally like medication when you went to doctors?
Yeah, they put me on like iron tablets and stuff, and I think they have their own side effects that are not great and stuff. So I did like increase greens more than anything, and that supplement really, if I'm allowed to say that was really good. But it's a long process to get better again. It's not like a quick fix. You've really got to change your diet. And I think when I was doing the program with you the first time around, you were telling me all the time about the importance of volume foods. Yeah. Back then I was like, I'd rather have a couple of chalky biscuits, I'm not going to lie. So it was like using a lot of my calories. And in my head, like I said, I was just like, well, it's calories, I'll still lose weight. When now I'm, I know the importance of, stick with your calories, but volume, get them nutrients into you.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm exactly the same at the moment, Maggie. So I'm doing a cut now for a photo shoot and my calories are that low. I'm actually having to think about what I eat. Where normally I can get away with, like, I can have treats and fit them into my plan. At the moment, I'm at a point now where I can't fit in because I haven't got the calories left for it. It's a choice between having a bar of chocolate, which is going to give me a few minute fix but leave me starving, or making sure I've got veg and meat on my plate so I'm going to be full for a while. Yeah. So, there's times when you've got to like really focus and make sure your nutrition is on point, and it shows how important it is.
Definitely.
So, Samina, in regard to like obviously hormonal issues, what are some of the common issues that women tend to find that women go through when it comes to hormonal stuff?
Well, that's it. Similar to yours. I mean, yours was your iron. Yeah. But what I find is it's the fatigue. It's losing their hair. They're feeling down. Half the time they're thinking they're depressed. But it's a combination because there's so many things that, like for me, the irregular period, my iron levels were low, and it just goes further and further. Basically, your health just kind of deteriorates because then you're lacking the energy to do anything. You're going for the quick fix. You're going for the chocolate bar. Yeah. You're not eating right. And for me, again, like going to the doctors, it was literally iron tablets. And I was taking, I think it was over 800 milligrams a day. And the side effects, it was crazy. And then I remember going back to the doctors, I think you came with me, it was after 3 months, and my levels had only gone up from 2 to 4. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't keep taking these because I was taking so many, I was literally feeling nauseous. And I was having other side effects from it as well. I was like, I can't do this. And I remember I need to change my food. And in the space of changing my food in the space of 3 months, I remember going back to the doctors and checked my levels again. And I'd gone over 20. And their response was literally, carry on taking the tablets. You're doing fine now. And I was like, I'm not taking the tablets. And they were like, well, what are you doing? I said, my food. And so anything that I could say to anyone in regards to if you're having any hormonal issues is sort out your diet, nutrition. Yeah. Like it takes time, but the benefits of it overall in regards to all the effects that you're having on your body, get your nutrition right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right when you say, like, you think, oh, well, I'll just grab a sugary chocolate bar, that's going to increase, like, you're going to feel better, but you don't actually. When you get your vegetables or your salad and fruit into you feel miles better for it.
Just a quick fix, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a case of, like finding that balance of, have the little treats, but just make sure it's in moderation sort of thing. So with yourself, Maggie, what made you make the decision to to actually come back to rejoin or contact us and get back in touch?
I was trying at home to get back into exercise and I just couldn't. I was like 3-4 minutes into a workout and I was like, I just can't do this. I just didn't have, I couldn't get like the mental side of me to override that either. I just didn't have now in me to give. And then I just needed to be held accountable. And I always regretted leaving the first time anyway. So it was always in the back of my mind. And then I just thought, I need to get back into it. But when I'm not exercising, for me, diet and exercise go hand in hand. So I like to do them both together. I'm not committing to one 100% unless I've got them both going on.
Yeah.
So that was it. I was like, I just need to give Abdul a call and get this sorted.
So and how have you found it since you've been back on board? Like, obviously.
Well, I'm 5 weeks in now and I just feel incredible again. I'm not at my strongest or fittest still, but just energy levels, haven't napped at all in these 5 weeks, which is just amazing because I was never a napper. So to find myself napping, it was a bit strange. Looking forward to getting back to my strongest and fittest and having Samina on board now. Even just being able to send a message the other day when I was feeling a bit low. Just like having someone that can like empathise with you. It's just nice having that like expert knowledge. But yeah.
Well, to be honest, that's one of the main reasons we brought Samina on board. And like, because obviously we're married, I know what she's been through.
Yeah.
But she'll understand what yous go through more than I will.
Yeah.
And secondly, you'll be able to relate and open up a bit more to Samina than you probably would to myself. So I just thought, with my client base being like 80% women, I need to find an avenue where they can open up a little bit more and they've got that bit more freedom to talk. So it's just good now that we've got Samina on board, you know, just to give you that extra support in the background.
I think it just, having you both on board just puts me like in a very powerful position to succeed. I've got like everything there that you can to succeed, really.
Well, another thing with you, Maggie, like since you've been back on board, like we've got like a WhatsApp group, community group, and to be honest, it takes over and it's good, everyone gets involved. But as soon as you've come back on board and started showing your foods, and people are saying to me, like, the amount of clients that have phoned me, how does Maggie eat so much? And I sent one of them down the other day. I said, have you actually had a look at the pictures of the food? They said, yeah, there's loads. I said, but look at the food in detail and you'll see that, say, like, good 50% of the food on your plate is your greens, your veggies, your salads.
Yeah.
I said, it's called volume. I said, I keep explaining to you about volume food, but clients don't listen. They think they don't understand the detail of like
that
volume
was
food.
me first time round.
But like now, obviously, they're seeing your examples of it going in the post, and now I'm getting more and more pictures come through on my personal WhatsApp.
That's good.
Of people eating like a lot more veg on the plate because they don't understand the importance. One, it's giving you the nutrition, but the main point of volume food is to fill you up. Because if you're not full, you're gonna go for that bar of chocolate or the packet of crisps or like, you know, the sweets or snacks, what you think are gonna fix your feelings, but at the end of the day, like, they don't fix them feelings.
Yeah,
we need to fill
I think we're all guilty of it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like until we actually acknowledge what we're actually eating.
Yeah.
Like I can say hands up. There's been many times where it's just been like a sandwich and whatever's in there, or it's been a burger and chips. It's carb on carb, and I'm like, I'm not getting no veggies. I'm not getting no nutrition in me. And it's only until you kind of go down that path of, okay, I've got health issues, or actually I want to kind of lose a bit of weight, or I want to feel better. And then you actually start looking at your food, at what you're eating, and it doesn't have to be boring. That's the thing. Like every time you're posting, your food has been absolutely great.
Yeah.
Like, because again, same question. Everyone's like, oh, like she eats so much, and it's so colourful as well.
Yeah,
it's not boring and bland.
It is really filling as well. Like I sit there afterwards and I'm like, I'm stuffed, and sometimes even 3 hours later I'm still full. Like it's not like if you have a big hefty sandwich, it can be like 45 minutes sometimes later, and you think actually I'm quite peckish.
Yeah. So with volume food as well, another tip I like to give people is add something to it. Like, so say for like Samina will tell you I'm the worst when it comes to veggies. That's what I just don't like. But I'll have them if I've got beetroot on there.
I love beetroot.
So if it's been soaked in vinegar.
Yeah.
But it puts that flavour in it and it kills the flavour of the veggies and they still go in.
Fat-free vinaigrette as well.
Yeah. So just adding some sort of light dressing. Obviously, you don't want to soak it in some sort of oily dressing that's going to bump up the calories because then you just have eaten the object. But if you're adding some sort of like 0-calorie flavouring or some sauce, or you're adding like you said, a vinaigrette or something, you're going to get that nice taste to it. So you just got to like sort of dress it up best you can just to make sure it's going in somehow.
Yeah.
So Samina, do you want to give us some tips on how, tips and tricks to help ladies who are going through these issues, like certain strategies you can use to help them, move forward with the goals?
I always say just like get active mainly. I'm not saying you got to go and do hundreds of hours of cardio, just walking. Start off with just the basics. Find something that you enjoy. Like if you don't like going on the treadmill, if you prefer swimming, running, there's just so many options out there. Yoga, Pilates, you name it. Just start moving your body. You don't realize how much you're going to benefit overall, not just muscle and with your bones, your bone health. Just for me, I'd say anything, just start moving, start being active. Another one is, of course, food. Have a proper balanced meal. Get plenty of protein on there. The amount of times I see people, their food, and they've got a load of carbs, a little bit of veg, and not even enough protein. Protein, you need it. Like the benefits of protein, not only for your muscles, but your overall health. And it's going to fill you. Like you said, it's going to fill you. We made everyone's been having lately, the chicken and the veg with the peppercorn sauce.
That's unbelievable.
And although it was simply basic, it was so filling.
Yeah.
I didn't have no other carbs on it apart from literally the veg.
Yeah.
And it was so filling. I didn't feel like I needed to snack.
Nope.
Where if I'd just went and grabbed a sandwich, it would have been a packet of crisps. It would have been, a chocolate bar, and it would have been some sugary drink, and then I'd have been craving something else. And I know me, it would have been easy, another chocolate bar or something. So get active, get more fiber in your body. Yeah. You don't realize the benefits of fiber. It will help you. Your gut health is so important. You don't realize when your gut health is bad, how many issues you have. Like when you're complaining of migraines and you're complaining of being bloated, or that, you've got a very sensitive stomach, again, gut health. There's so many supplements out there. Be careful which supplements you're purchasing, because half the time when you look at them, at the back of the label, they're full of talcs and binders and just lots of things that if you can't pronounce it. I remember someone saying, if you can't pronounce it, don't have it. So get the right type of supplements. Make sure it's pure, and anything to kind of limit your sugars, limit the highly processed foods out there. Like nowadays, I think we're so accustomed to takeouts and going for the easy fix. Try making a homemade meal, especially in the evenings. Make those small little changes, those baby steps. I'm not saying go all in. That's where you'll probably fail, and then that's it. You're going to start binging. But make those like little steps. More protein, get active, good fiber. Avoid the highly processed meals. Just limit your sugars. Yeah. Yeah.
So with yourself, Maggie, this time round, obviously we've changed. Last time, everything was like sort of HIIT training, a lot faster pace, because that's what you enjoyed. So this time, obviously, when we had our consultation call before we got you back on board, we had a bit of a chat, went through everything that you were going through. And obviously I suggested slowing things down, going a bit more strength training, higher protein. So I think a lot of people don't realise is obviously when you're going through hormonal issues, especially if like women are going through like menopause or pre-menopause, one thing that happens is bone density drops, muscle tissue starts to deteriorate. So that's where it comes in important to have protein in your diet and making sure that you're strength training to preserve and maintain their muscles. So strong muscles are going to help with the strengthen your bones as well. So obviously we changed that strategy. How have you found it this time round? Following that strategy?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I do enjoy the weights now. I enjoy feeling strong as opposed to feeling like, I can do like 50 burpees off the bounce. I prefer feeling strong. There's just something more to that. And like we were saying earlier, for getting older as well, it's important for your muscle and bones, isn't it? Yeah. So it's going to give you a longer quality. Right.
You've got to like sort of train smart, not hard as you get older sort of thing. And it's just, again, making sure that the training suits your goals.
Yeah.
I think because I've been like learning so much more about menopause, perimenopause, and because of what I'm going through, I just think it's such a shame that sort of menopause is only brought to women's attentions when they're either going through it or when they're much older. And I just think it should be brought to younger girls' attention from a younger age, even like teenagers, or even if you're in your 20s, because it affects your bones right from the age of 30. That's it. Your muscle mass, you're losing muscle mass, you're losing bone density immediately every year by a few percentage. So I just think it needs to be brought out there, like educate younger women that if you're going to strength train, you're not going to get bulky.
Yeah.
You're not going to start looking like a man.
Yeah.
You know, just start lifting weights.
It's scary that it's not taught earlier, really, the importance of it.
It's a massive misconception. You know, like the amount of female clients I get and they're like, oh no, I don't want to weight, I don't want to get bulky. You're not going to get bulky by lifting weights. You only get bulky if you're in a massive calorie surplus and you're lifting heavy weights. Then you go, but if you're in a calorie deficit or maintenance calories and you're lifting weight, you're just going to get shaped and toned.
Yeah.
Like I had somebody message me the other day and they were like, oh, I just want to get toned, but I don't want to lift weight. I don't want to be getting muscly. Well, to get toned, you've got to build muscle. It just doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? So it's just these misconceptions that are out there that like, and I think it's just an old mentality. I think women are just scared of weight training when they don't realise the benefits of it.
It's a different type of training, is it? If you want to become sort of like bodybuilder, it's a completely different type of training. I mean, I do weight training 4 or 5 times a week and I'm perfectly fine. I have my protein. I'm not massive. So it's all about, for me, again, just the importance of weight training. I just feel like it needs to be brought to younger women's attention from a younger age, and not just like when you hit your 40s or your 50s. It just needs to be out there more.
Yeah.
I mean, even yourself, Samina, like hip thrusts, barbell hip thrusts. Like I remember walking in the gym and seeing Samina hip thrusting one day. So I think it was like 130 kilo, and I was like, in my mind, I'm like, she's lifting more than me. So I was, next week I spent the full week in the gym making sure I was doing hip thrust. I thought, I'm not having my wife lifting more weight than me. But it just shows how you can build up your strength. Like obviously a certain exercise she was doing regular, and I'd never just even like really done it. I'd done them the odd time, but never really paid attention. Samina was doing them regular because again it was an exercise she enjoyed. And it wasn't just that she enjoyed it. I think she found something that was challenging. Can I get to this weight? Can I get to that weight? And you start giving yourself goals. Even with weight training, you can have good, like you said yourself, Maggie, you want to do X amount of burpees. You want to. Now we can just focus on
press-ups now.
Yeah. Again, free weight press-ups. Can you manage a free weight pull-up? Can you, again,
just
lift
do
a certain
anything
amount
to
of weight?
anyone, anything that you enjoy, just go out there and do it. You know, I'm not saying, again, like, go and do anything crazy. Just do something that you enjoy and, like, challenge yourself. Like,
like aim for that progression, isn't it? Yeah.
And in regards to mindset, how important do you think mindset is when it comes to obviously exercise?
Very important,
Yeah.
I think what you were saying there when you were obviously off, that was one of the things that affected your life.
Yeah, because usually, I could talk myself into it and be like, you're going to feel great if you do it, and I didn't have it, which is why I needed you back in my life to hold me accountable. But like, even, obviously we all have our days where you just don't want to do it, but you just have a little pep talk with yourself because you just know that you're not going to regret it. You never regret it.
Yeah.
Even
100%.
like we were saying earlier, you might give it a go and you might think, I'm not feeling quite strong today, actually. I'm not going to I can't put full effort in.
Yeah.
But you've gave it a go and you've not regretted it. You've still come away feeling a bit better than if you hadn't have done it at all.
Yeah. It's like, well, we've like literally, we do the morning sea dips now, don't we?
Yeah.
And although I hate getting out of bed, he's like, get up, Samina. And I'm just like, I can't be bothered. But I know if I don't get up, I know I'm going to regret it.
Yeah.
Because once we're there, I love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm like, I can't wait to go again.
And sets your day up most likely as well.
It does, because honestly, when I get back from there, I'm like, it's as though I'm on a drug and I'm sat on my laptop and I get that much work done.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the minute I'll stop, which is normally around midday, then that's it. You sort of like go into relaxed mode and you drift off again. But I tend to find once I've had a bit of recovery by the late afternoon, I'm ready to start working again. Like I'm a bit of a workaholic. When like Smina will tell you at home, she's always like, you're going to put your laptop down for a bit. But that's just me. I just like to check in on clients, make sure everyone's doing what they're doing. And it's, I think the WhatsApp group that we have, that's one of the best tools we've got, because in that community, like I said there, you've promoted like your food on there a lot. And it's just prompted other clients to start looking at volume food.
I literally feel like as if everyone looks forward to the evening, your update, because they're like, oh, what you eating today?
I just think sometimes you can be sat at home and you can be thinking, I'm not really feeling this, I'm just going to get a takeaway. And then all it takes is to see a post like that, and it re-inspires you and re-motivates you. And you think, no, you know what, I'm going to go and make something. I just think that's what I'm trying to think.
Like if it's a selfie of someone just being in the gym and you weren't going to go and you're like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to go. You just, it just promotes, it gives you that little boost, doesn't it? So, like being in that community group, I think it's just a godsend, for everyone just in there.
100%. It just helps like others to feel a little bit more motivated, and then also just like we've been doing the walks, and then a couple of people I know a little bit like, oh, I don't think I want to come out there because I don't think I'm going to be good as others. And I was like, it's not about that. It's literally just about, let's get together, let's go for a walk. It's something new. And then others have been coming. They're like, I'm so glad I came. And that's what it's about. Like I said to, I wanted, like, we've been doing the morning dips now. You know me, I hate the cold, absolutely hate it. Like I will not even wash my face with cold water. I'm one of those. I cannot even drink like a glass of water with ice in it. I'm just weird like that. So doing that was a huge challenge for me. And you know how much I hate the open sea. It freaks me out. And now I'm just like, just walk straight in there. It does not bother me. Like this morning, what the waves like. Yeah, they were literally like taller than us and like going over us. But I just find it so amazing, so like exhilarating it was. And then I went on my like first hike, and I wanted someone to go with me, and I was just like, sorry, I'm just going to do it. Just challenge, like do something new, put yourself out there, and you don't realize how like happy it makes you feel. Yeah, like you just get this new sense of like, I don't know, like awareness. And
I always say, get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because you actually thank yourself for it. You've just pushed them boundaries and you feel amazing for it.
Yeah, 100%. It's like Samina was saying there about them sea dips. It was like I was talking to a friend who was doing it, and I just seen the difference in him. And when I was talking to him on this night out, and he was like, yeah, this is what I've been doing, and it's just changed my life. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to get up Monday. And he said to me, like, come with us. So I thought, you know what, this Monday, I'm not telling her, I'm just going to get up Monday morning, go there. And this was on a Friday night out, do you know what I mean? So Monday morning, I actually got up and just turned up there. And then I'm sat in the car waiting, thinking, oh, hopefully he won't turn up. And the next thing he's there, and I've got in this seat. And honestly, best thing I've ever done, because since that day, it's just changed. It was just a new challenge for me. Because going to the gym, I've always done it. Diet had always been a struggle for me, because I just love my food. But like, other than like going to the gym, and I can go in there and train, I just love doing it. But then I thought, I need something that's going to take me out of my comfort zone. And that was it, going for a dip in the sea. And I've just kept it up, and it's just loved it. And then Samina started coming, and it just got better and better. But it's just another thing recently what I've started doing is more walking. Yeah. Now, that's one tool I think a lot of people just misuse it, and they're missing out so much.
Underestimated, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Just for like overall health, weight loss, the best tool out there has definitely got to be, for me, it's the number one tool is get your steps in.
Even if you've got a bit of low mood, just going on that walk can just boost it.
100%. It's like you mentioned earlier, Maggie, just shutting a podcast on and going for a walk. Like, that's your headspace. Like, that's your time, your headspace. You put that podcast on, you've gone for that walk, you're zoned out from everything else that's going on. And at the same time, you're getting them steps in, you're building your health. If your goal's weight loss, you're dropping weight. It's just good, isn't it? Just to get out 100%. And do it.
It's one of my favourite things to do. Like, I can't shout enough about it.
I mean, we've been doing, like, obviously, the group walks on the weekend. You haven't been able to get 20 at the moment because of the kids' football. But, like, it's even that every Sunday morning, it's just become, we thought we'll just do it the odd time, but now it's just become like, oh, we'll do it again this week, do it again. Because everyone's turning up, they're loving it. So if everyone's enjoying it, why not keep it going? And it's just, what is it? You're just going for a walk. But go out, like, if you're not listening to podcasts, get a friend, family, There's sometimes you think, oh, well, I go and sit around my sister's house or my brother's house and sit with them for an hour. What's wrong with you both going out for a walk together? Yeah. One, you're going to still see each other. You're still going to get that talk in what you've gone for, but you're out there getting exercise in.
I say this to my friend who's struggling with her health, and she always goes out for meals with all of her friends. I'm like, why don't you sometimes just go for a walk? It'll do you both so good.
100%. Yeah. Well, it's just crazy. So, back to, obviously, the hormonal issues and things. What are some of the common misconceptions out there, Samina, that you've come across?
Just that I think when you hit perimenopause or menopause, mainly menopause, that's it. Like, of course, the weight, the body fat distribution, it changes on your body, and it tends to midsection, which no one wants that pouch, but you know, it's there. And generally women feel as if I'm never going to lose it, and they think that it's either about starving themselves, lots of cardio, and that's basically that's how they're going to lose the belly pouch. But it's not. It's about just, and also that there is no solution out there, so they go for the quick fix. They go for the fad diet.
Yeah.
You know, the drinks you can get these days, and there's so much out there. It's scary, the fad diets. All I can say is don't do the fad diets. It's not going to help you
Not
at
sustainable,
all.
is it?
It's not. It's not healthy.
See, that's the thing people don't understand when it comes to stubborn fat. Now, it's not stubborn fat. It's the last bit of fat on your body.
Yeah.
Now, if it's the last bit of fat, it's going to be the last bit of fat. So where people go wrong is they'll start a journey, and that bit of fat might take 6 months to go. It might take a year to go.
Yeah.
But it will go.
Yeah.
But the only way it's going to go is if you're consistently sticking to your journey. Now, 100%. That doesn't mean you've got to do it day in, day out, but you might go through, like I started my weight loss this year, like I think I was beginning of the year, about 88 kilo, got down to like 80, drifted back up. You're going to go through them phases, but I've consistently stuck at it.
Yeah.
And now I'm below 75 kilo.
Yeah.
It's why? Because I've consistently stuck at it.
Yeah.
Yes, I haven't come down linear. I haven't come down from 88 all the way straight down to 75. I've come from 88. I hit 80, got excited and comfortable, drifted back up to like 84, then back down to 80, then drifted down to 77 or something, little bit back up, and now I'm like, but just setting small goals, reset, recharge. You know, you can have a little dip off, or if you've got a little holiday booked and stuff.
You've been doing this, but you still enjoyed.
It's real life, isn't it?
You can still enjoy life.
Still enjoyed, you know, we've had social events and everything. You've still been able to enjoy those, but it's because you got the knowledge of what I can eat, what I really shouldn't eat, but I'm gonna because I'm out and I know what I'm gonna do the next day. For me, again, for anyone who is going through anything, just get active, find something that you enjoy that works for you.
Yeah.
For me, cardio wasn't working for me. For me, I saw a change in me when I started weight training, and I enjoyed it because I don't really like cardio. I don't like running, don't like being on the treadmill. We did that because it was a mentality if that's what you do. So for me, it was weight training that worked for me, and just eating the foods that I enjoy eating. Yes, there were times when takeout, whatever, but I wasn't gonna make myself guilty the next day and then starve myself, because I was like, I train 4 or 5 times a week, so I'm not gonna feel guilty having that burger and chips. I'm gonna enjoy it. So don't do the fad diets. Don't make yourself feel guilty and punish yourself. Just be consistent. Be consistent with your food. Enjoy that cheat meal. Just don't let it turn into 3 days of cheat meals, because then otherwise all the hard work that you put in at the beginning of the week is just gone downhill.
100%.
So you can still enjoy, you can still, you know, socialize. But yes, if you are going through menopause, you have put on weight, yes, you can lose it. Everyone's different. Different types of training will work for different types of people. But there are solutions out there. Just don't go for the fad diets. They're just no good. They're not going to work.
I think when it comes to menopause weight, the main misconception for me is women don't realise it's the same principle applies to weight loss, whether you're going through menopause, hormonal issues, or you're just on a general weight loss journey. The same principle applies to any weight loss journey, and it's a calorie deficit. Yeah. Now, if you're not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose weight. And if you're in a calorie deficit, you will definitely lose weight.
Got to make sure you get plenty of protein in your diet, plenty of fibre, good fats. You need the good fats. 100% you need that. Sorry, my mind's gone completely blank there. Just have a balanced, healthy meal. You are going to need, possibly depending on what you like, depending on your needs. Not everyone suffers from all the menopausal symptoms. I think 80% of women suffer. They have disclosed that they've had symptoms. Some people have severe symptoms where they've had to leave work, and that's how bad it's been for them. So there are supplements out there find something that works for you. There's all different types. There's a particular one that works for me. I recommend it to people. That's, but there's other ones that work for other people. So find something that helps you alleviate those symptoms that you're going through. But other than that, for me, if you're struggling with your weight during menopause, find something that works for you in regards to training. Train, even if it's just 4 times a week. Go for walks. It's, like you said, huge. Yeah. It benefits you in so many ways, not just mentally with fat loss as well, but mentally, just stress.
Yeah.
The stress levels, it just helps so much. And then, of course, your nutrition. Yeah. Make sure your protein's on the plate. I know we come back to
nutrition all the time, but it's just finding that right balance. Like, you can eat in theory what you want. Make sure there's protein in that meal that you're having.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if you're going to go and get a burger and chips, just have the burger without the chips.
Yeah.
Now, you've still got a carb sauce on there. You've still got a protein sauce on there.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have a drink with it, make sure it's like a 0-calorie one.
Yeah.
Then that way you've still enjoyed, so you can still go out with a social event or if you want to go out for a meal with family. What I've learned, like before, if I'd go, I'd think, all right, I'll have this as my cheat meal. And then I'd have the burger, the chips, the full fat Coke.
Yeah.
Now, I change it up. I'll have the burger, I'll skip the chips, and I'll have a 0-calorie drink.
Yeah.
Now I've just more than halved my calories.
Yeah.
But I've still enjoyed myself and gone out with the family.
Yeah.
And had the same environment, same sort of food. But I've just made the odd few changes. For example, if you've gone to Nando's, again, pick the lighter options on the menu. Have a look at the menu. Have a look at the calories that are on there, on the foods that you're having. And then just pick some smarter options.
Yeah.
Try and stick to a 1-plate rule. This is where a lot would go wrong. Once you've gone off plan a little bit, you think, oh, well, I've spoilt it today. I might as well just have this, and this.
Well continue.
Why? Yeah. You haven't spoilt nothing. You might have gone over your calories by 100, 200. That doesn't mean you need to go and shut another 500 calories in because you've gone over by... Do you know what I mean? It's like, just keep it right. Like, you've gone over by 200, no big deal. Tomorrow you'll just fall back onto your normal plan. And that 200
don't feel guilty. I think that's what a lot of people do. They feel guilty and they punish themselves the next day, and then that's it, because that mentality is there and they're feeling down and feeling guilty. They're punishing themselves, and then they either starve themselves or go and do like crazy amount of cardio, and then that's it. The fatigue hits in. You go downhill. You're like you've got no energy levels, and it's like, or they start binging. They start feeling guilty. Chocolate bar. Potato crisp, and it's so easily done. We've all done it. We're all guilty of that. I've done it.
It can take you weeks to get back out of it as well once you've gone there.
Well, I remember before I'd obviously started doing personal training and I'd learnt about stuff. I remember one of my bad habits was like, I'd train hard and I'd get to like Thursday, and then you'd think, oh, well, I'll just have a bar of chocolate tonight or something. But then you'd have that bar of chocolate, and initially you're like angry at yourself for having it.
Yeah.
So I'd end up having like another bar or a packet of crisps or something else, and it'd just trigger on to think, well, I'll do it today and I'll get back on track tomorrow. But then Friday comes and you end up back off track again. Then you think, right, I'll start fresh Monday. So you've just thrown the 4 or 5 days of hard work you've done at the beginning of the week completely down the pan, when really you could have had that bar of chocolate. You shouldn't feel guilty about having one.
Yeah.
And then just get back on track.
But it's when
you give yourself that punishment and just think, oh, well, I've gone off track now, I'm going to continue with it. And it just becomes a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
You're just continuously trying to out-train a bad diet, which is never going to happen. So, other than that, Maggie, what advice would you give to other people who, like, obviously going through similar issues to yourself, or they're sort of, contemplating starting, they're thinking, oh, well, I'm suffering with this, I don't know what to do, and they're just procrastinating on it?
Yeah. So, again, I would say calories are important, but it's not just about the calories. Again, it is about the overall nutrition, getting all of them nutrients into a balanced diet.
Yeah.
But then joining a plan 100%. For me, it's having that ticky list, as simple as having a ticky list that I've got to go and look at, and I haven't done that, I need to do that. And it just motivates you to do it.
Yeah.
One morning, I'd done a lot of steps, and you messaged me and you were like, well done on your steps this morning, Mag, you've got them in already. And I was like, oh, he's watching.
Where is he?
I've got nowhere to hide here. Yeah. The fact that you can link your Fitbit up, your MyFitnessPal up to it, so there's nowhere to hide really. It's having that accountability, the daily check-ins, the WhatsApp chat, knowing Samila's got her expert knowledge. It's just like it's like a no-brainer really.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm a little geek. I love being on even I've got it on my phone and on my laptop, and I can check on every client and see what they're up to. And I just like to browse through and see, so-and-so. Like, and when you see someone's done, I think the other week you've done about 10,000 steps by 9 o'clock or something. was like, wow, that was the day I battled. But it's just good because I get notifications to know so-and-so's hit this target or hit this goal. But at the same time, it's good for me just to message you and say, well done. It's not always about me contacting you to say, oh, why haven't you done this?
Yeah.
I like to message people when they've done something
when
as
you've
well.
done something good as well.
It works both ways. It's when I see someone's doing well at something, I like to let them know that I've seen them doing well as well, because it just encourages you to keep going.
It's the weekly check-ins that I get off you as well. Like, you're literally looking at everything. You're like, okay, your protein's been good, but your carbs have also been a bit up there as well. So we're just going to just slightly pull them back and then boost your protein up. It's just like the fact, like, things that I'm not even thinking about, you're just pushing that bit further to make sure we get the best out of me. It's just,
to be honest, even the carbs, I'd noticed, but I thought at the moment, weight's moving in the right direction. Carbs aren't a problem. And, there's got to be a sort of structure. Like, if I throw everything at you on the first day, first week, right, Maggie, you can't eat these carbs, you can't do this, eat this many calories, you've got to do this run, you're going to burn out in the first week, and you'll be like, oh, this is too much for me. It's overwhelmed. So that's why we structure the plan to do things step by step to make sure you get from A to B and then B to C and C to D, and steadily, so it's sustainable and you're going to enjoy the journey. And the results are going to be long term.
Absolutely.
I think that's why we say, don't we, like, even during the phone call, like, anyone who's wanting to sign up, like, please don't be thinking this is like a fad diet, you're going to get a quick fix. This is about learning, and so that it's long term.
And it's tailored to you.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not going to put me in the same bracket as somebody who's already super fit, super strong and at a good weight. Like, it's tailored to what works around my lifestyle as well, and my children and whatever else I've got going on. It's it's so personal. I think that's massively important.
I remember when we had the gym and there was 3 ladies and they were all on the same plan. And yet one was probably 5'5" and the other one was 6 foot. And the other one, I can't remember, but they're all different and they had all different activities, different types of jobs. And I'm like, you cannot be on the same type of calories and you cannot be on the same type of plan. Like, everyone's body works differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, do you know what? The amount of clients I've had come in and, like, I had a lady and she said to me, oh, well, my husband just eats what he wants and he doesn't put any weight on.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. I said, so what's your job? What do you do? Office space, sat at a desk all day. I said, right. What did your husband do? He works on a building site. He's a labourer.
On his feet,
So he's on his feet all day, walking around the site, picking up whatever materials, carrying stuff, pumping stuff. So imagine how many calories he burns through the day. You're sat at a desk, you don't burn any calories. He's probably racking up 15,000 steps a day before he even comes home.
We had someone in the group chat the other day who recently just got their, I think, smartwatch, and they were like, oh my God, there's me being stressing out about going to get my steps done, not realising at work I'm already doing about 29,000 steps.
Yeah, that was Trevor.
We
I know Trevor, I've grown up with him, so he's very hyperactive. If you see a hyperactive person, even when they're sat there, their arms twitching or their legs twitching or something, and they're burning calories all the time.
Yeah.
Now, Trevor, his job is he's got a recreation rad.
Yeah.
So when he's at work, he's constantly loading up a van, unloading it, running around the site, checking on his staff. He might be going to deliver stuff, so he's constantly on the move.
Yeah.
So when he messaged me, I wasn't fair. Like, I was like, that sounds about right, because I know. But again, even though people think, well, why does he need to train, or why is he over, like, why does he need to lose weight? Again, it's the food.
Yeah.
It's very, like, all good. You burn 30,000 steps a day. But when you're going home on a night, what are you putting back in?
Yeah.
Do you know, it's the amount of calories you're putting? Because people might think, well, how many calories is he eating on a night? But you just have a Parmesan. That's at a minimum 2,000 calories.
Yeah.
Before you even start looking at the sauces and the sides and the drink and whatever else you have with it. This is where, like, people forget, like, how calorie dense a certain food is. Yeah. Where you can come home, you can either eat a Parmesan, what's going to fill you up. Yeah. Or you could have a plate full of chicken, rice, veg, salad. Yeah. No, I'm not saying you have to eat chicken, you can't have a pound. But in moderation, again, look at the calories that are in the foods that you're eating and make room for them. Yeah. If you're going to, like, for me now, I know when if we're going out for a family meal or we're going out to eat, I'll make sure I leave enough calories for me to enjoy that meal on an evening. Yeah. And then when you go into that meal or whatever, again, if you've only got X amount of calories, have a good look at the menu. Pick a smarter choice, Yeah. You don't have to have a starter and a main. There. If you prefer starters and mains, have a starter and a main and skip the dessert. Or if you really want a dessert, think, well, I'm going to sacrifice the starters I'm going to have a sensible meal and I'm going to enjoy his dessert.
Yeah.
But just find that right balance so you can still enjoy it, but just make smart choices and make sure it fits within your calories.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
So, any final bits of advice, Maggie, for anyone who's...
Yeah, honestly, I just say, like, join this program. Like I said earlier, having your guidance and support and knowledge, it just, you've got someone there that understands, can empathise with you. And, you know, you can say, Maggie, I've been there, it's totally fine. And you can give me tips and stuff. It's amazing. And then you've got you, Abdul, that, you know, you're there making me take accountability. You're there to push me. You're teaching me how to enjoy my life with my friends and family, as well as being the healthiest version of myself that I can be at the same time. It's just, and you're always going to be progressing. You get into your goals, the realistic goals as well, like you said earlier. So for me, it is just joining the program, 100%.
Again, with your goals, like you said, it's just progressive overload. We just slowly build on them.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're doing fantastic. You know, so far you're flying, aren't you?
Yeah.
So, Samina, have you got any final tips or tricks for people who are looking to lose weight and, you know, they've been going through the issues that we've been speaking about?
Yeah, I mean, again, it's about your nutrition. It's about getting protein on your plate. Get your protein on your plate. Get your fibre. Get your good fats. You know, start small. Yeah. What's that? Sorry. So what do you say to the advisor? Edit it out.
Take the first step.
Yeah. Yeah, taking the first step, basically. Baby steps. Just start off small. You know, whatever I don't know at the end of the day what your lifestyle's like. If you're busy working and you can't get to the gym, start by walking. Even at home, you can do workouts at home. There's so much out there, like on YouTube, so many videos. So, but you know, just baby steps, get active, start with your nutrition and just start making sensible choices.
Can I add on to the baby steps?
Yeah.
For me, this time round, I have struggled, and I was saying earlier, I was comparing to the old self of me, and I was quite ashamed that I wasn't at that level anymore. So I know what it's like to come in and be totally at the bottom, to not have any fitness, and it is hard. But I've already seen a huge difference already just in 5 weeks. I'm nowhere near that person I was on week 1. So then their first step and then baby steps, it's massively important.
Yeah, and I think like not comparing yourself to someone else, especially when you go to the gym. I think you're so afraid of like what someone's watching, what they're going to think. Everyone's at a different level. Some people purely go there purely because they just enjoy going to the gym, but they're not out there to achieve, to be like a bodybuilder or have muscles, defined muscles or anything like that. They're just purely going there for their own mental health. So don't worry about or compare yourself to anyone else, even a family member or a friend or anyone else that's in fitness. It's your own journey.
That's 100%. You couldn't have said it better. Like, everyone's got their own journey. And another thing is, like, when you go into a gym, and a lot of my clients, again, are scared to go to the gym. So we start off with home workouts. And then when they do build themselves up to the confidence to go to a gym, it's when they get there and they actually do it, they realise, oh, no one cares what you're doing in that gym.
Yeah.
It's very, like, I've been going to gyms all my life and I've trained all over the world in different gyms, and I've never gone to a gym where people are looking at other people training. Everyone's just on their own journey.
Yeah.
When I'm in that gym, I've got my headphones on and I zone out and I don't really care what anyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Unless there's something stupid going on in there and someone's creating a scene, then you're going to obviously natural to look. But other than that, you're just on with your journey. Yeah. And it's the same with everyone else. And the main advice I'd give to like ladies is, if they go to a gym and you are nervous, start off in the areas of the gym where you're comfortable. Yeah. So if you're comfortable if there's a ladies only area, perfect. Go and start in there. Yeah. And like then slowly build up and then, you know, use the cardio machines and then go into the weights area. They tend to say, like, I've heard women say, oh, the men's area. There's no such thing as a men's area in a gym. Yeah. The women have got a women's area. Yeah. Men don't have a men's area. It's as simple as that. So
I think we think it's a men's area because you're all at the weight section. Exactly. I've been there. I've been intimidated by it, but now I'm just like, sort that.
But I'll tell you what, it's like, it's all right saying that you're intimidated. Now it's the other way around. I'm seeing women in them gyms lifting, like I said earlier, you lifting what, like on a hip thrust.
He was in competition. He was like, no, it's not happening.
I was making sure I got in that gym the next week and I done hip thrust every day until I caught up. But it's again, like I said, there's no such thing as a men's area in the gym.
Yeah.
There's a weight area.
Yeah.
And when you've built yourself up and you've got comfortable in the gym, then go to that area. Don't go into a gym with a mentality, can't train there, so I can't come in here. You can
And
go
just ask for help.
Yeah.
Ask for help, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be surprised how many people are willing to help, you know.
It is the amount of time that if I'm in the gym and I see someone doing something, if they look approachable, I'll go over and say, look, tuck your elbows in, don't do that, you're going to hurt yourself.
Yeah.
But if someone come up to me and ask me for help in the gym, I'd be more than happy to help them.
Yeah, 100%.
At least they've asked, do you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, I've been in the gym when I was younger, and I've gone up to like guys who were massive, and they're like, most people would be intimidated to ask them, and you'd be surprised how helpful they are.
Yeah.
They might look big and intimidating or muscular, but most of the times they're like overwhelmed that you've asked them. Do you know what I mean? They're like sort of flattered.
It's like
that
a compliment.
Yeah, it's a compliment, isn't it?
Yeah.
If someone comes up to me and asks me for help, I'll be like, to compliment.
Yeah.
So I think 90% of people feel like that. So don't be scared to ask someone for help, or you know. But again, even that, you don't need it. Like, obviously on our program, we have it where they've got a video for everything. So even if you go into the gym and you're doing a certain exercise, there's a video clip of it on your app. So you know how to do it.
Yeah,
but
demo.
if you don't feel comfortable and you're doing something and you think it's not right, go and watch a YouTube video on how to do a squat correctly.
Yeah.
And then record yourself. Put your phone on the floor next to your water bottle. No one even needs to know it's on record. Just stand it up near your water bottle on the floor. Put it on record. Do your exercise. Yeah. And when you go home, take it home, watch it, compare it to something on YouTube.
Yeah.
And see, does that form look correct?
Yeah,
Am I doing something wrong?
Yeah.
And then that way you'll know. So there's lots of ways you can make, without even asking somebody if you don't know how to do something. Yeah. There's other ways of checking it.
Do you feel now, like Maggie, like with like, of course, your mindset in regards to how you eat your food, how you prepare it, going out socializing? I know you take some of the supplements and that. Do you find overall like your health is so much more better than it was before?
Yeah, I think now understanding the importance of health rather than just losing weight, it's changed my whole mindset, and I do care about what I'm putting into my body now. Whereas, like I said before, I'd be like, I've got this number to stick to. As long as that amount of calories goes in my body, that's all what matters. Yeah. But now, sticking to the health is wealth. Yeah. I just feel amazing. I really do. I just feel like I can do anything now. I feel like I've got my confidence back. That was a huge thing. I wouldn't even go to like the supermarket on my own because I just felt quite anxious. I'm not like that now, and it's been 5 weeks. That's it. It's nothing.
Absolutely brilliant.
That's the things, the small little changes.
Small change. I've done nothing drastic.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. I've just been getting all of the food groups into me while sticking to a routine.
That was the main conversation we had when we got you back on the phone, Maggie. Like, it's going to be a different strategy this time round to last time because of the situation. Not because what we done last time there was nothing wrong with it. It worked then. This time we needed a different strategy, and that's what we've done. So it was like small steps, and it's working.
Yeah.
Look, you've making the changes, we're seeing the results, and you're feeling fantastic, which is the main thing. And the main thing for me, that is the most important thing, is it's not about looks, it's about how do you feel.
Yeah.
Are you getting the results and how you feel as well as like how you look.
Yeah. Like I was doing my nutrition course. I think I did that last year, didn't I? Yeah. And it's so true. You don't realize, because we've become so accustomed to the takeouts, the easy options, the grab bag sort of thing. And it just, and no matter how much you research it, it's out there and it's so blatantly in front of us, but we don't want to accept it. But because we are so accustomed to those ready-made quick meals and processed foods, that it's affecting our health so much.
This is why I spend the 6 hours every 4 to 6 weeks making all them micro meals myself, because effectively they are micro meals, but I've made them all myself, homemade. So it's not just me. My children have them as well. Declan and Preston, they will pick out, they'll just say, well, I'm going to have this today, and they might put like an arm bread with a curry or something. Because like, it's convenience. Yeah. But I know it's in them all.
Well, that's why we
created... You've made everything fresh, haven't you?
That's why we created the website now, where we've got, I think there's touching 500 recipes on there now. Yeah. And it's
so
the
many
easy
options.
to go to options.
Yeah.
So if I get a client say to me, well, I don't know what to eat, go on the website. There's 500 recipes there for you to have a look over. And the instructions are on there, the ingredients, the macro breakdown, and the calories. So on our diet plan, I like to explain it yourself. It's swap. If I give you 400 calories for one of your meals, go on the website and find a meal that's 400 calories that you like the look of if you don't like what's on the meal plan. Yeah. As long as it's within your calories.
Yeah.
And all the ones that we've got are on there high in protein. And another thing when it comes to protein, the amount of people that say, I struggle to get my protein in because you're not making this. Like, even quick protein sources, there's that much out there now.
Yeah.
You can go to a supermarket, you can get a protein yogurt, a protein shake, and get ready-made protein mousses, pancakes, cookies. Everything they do is in protein source now. So there's not really an excuse for you not be able to hit your protein source.
Yeah.
If you make, like, if you've got them easy to go to protein sources in the house.
Yeah.
For example, like I said, your yogurts and your pancakes and things like that, you're not really going to go wrong, because when you're getting peckish, you can go to the cupboard, get a pancake, squirt a bit of chocolate sauce on it if you want to, shot some strawberries on top, and you've got yourself a little dessert, but high in protein.
Oh yeah, that protein mess is unbelievable, isn't it? It's so nice. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like the benefits of you making your meal preps and you freeze them away is convenient, but you said your kids eat them.
They all eat them,
So you're teaching your kids as well about eating, not going for the quick sort of like noodles or the ready-made hot, what are they called?
Pot noodles.
Pot noodles and everything.
I don't think we were taught enough about it in school. I still don't think that they particularly are. Yeah. So it is something that I have instilled into my 3 boys, because I don't want them growing up and battling a lot of the adult life like I feel like that I have. Yeah. So like my oldest, he's about to turn 16, but he's been going to the gym for a year already, and he does kickboxing twice a week and goes to the gym 3 times a week. He does have protein shakes now. I didn't let him to start with, but he does. But he eats so well and he cares about what he's putting in, but he does have that balance of enjoying himself. And my other children, they don't go to the gym, they do their own other things that they do, but they do care about what they're eating as well. And I just think if I can take them into adulthood with just the understanding of being active and having a balanced diet, they'll never struggle, I hope, with their health. I just think they'll always just cruise.
100%. I think that's the main thing I always say is, like, kids will follow what the parents do.
Yeah.
So if you're going to live that lifestyle of eating takeaways, not looking after your body, not caring about your body, why are your kids going to do that? They're going to do the same, aren't they?
Even my youngest, he will say to me, how many calories is in this? And he won't be asking me like to be obsessed or anything. He's just asking for like general knowledge. And I just think, well, he already understands what calories are now. Yeah. So it is quite good that he'll go up knowing that.
I mean, I grew up doing boxing. We never talked about calories. For us, but as kids, we could eat what we want, because people forget when people say, oh, well, as I get older, it's just hard for me to lose weight because of my age. It's not because of your age, it's because you've slowed down.
Because they're sat there now.
Exactly. That's when we were younger, what did you do when we were kids? Now, you didn't have iPhones and all that when we were
you're
younger.
Out on your bikes and climbing and everything.
Walking to school. You didn't get taxis or buses. It was walk here, walk there. So your activity levels were through the roof. Yeah. And as much as you thought you ate what you want, you weren't eating as many calories. Where now, as we've got older, we're eating more calories and moving less, and that's
the more convenience foods, like you said. Yeah. I think what was I going to say? And you're talking about the convenience ready meals and stuff. I think we've forgotten how actually simple it is to make basic healthy meals. Something that is actually really simple. We now think, oh, it's too hard, I can't be bothered, I'm going to grab a meal. And I think when I make them meals, some of them take me about 30 minutes to make 12 of one thing. Yeah. Because it's nothing, it's just shotting it all in a pan.
Yeah. I don't know who I was talking to the other day, and I was just talking about like people think carb is the enemy. It's not. It's the highly processed carbs that are out there, which are bad for you. Like if you cooked at home and made yourself something at home, it's more nutritious. You know what's going in there, like what you said. And we grew up, like if you think about it, we grew up on homemade cooked meals. I don't ever remember. I know there were cereals in the cupboard, but it used to be like Weetabix and cornflakes.
Porridge.
But, literally. And I don't ever remember having ready-made meals in the freezer.
No takeaways.
Fish fingers, probably. Yeah. That's what we grew up on. But Mum literally cooked everything from scratch, from the dough to, your curries and everything. But everything was fresh, the herbs, the spices. She used to mix everything herself. And we literally just go to the shop and get everything ready-made.
Nobody wants to make chips or anything anymore. They'd rather just buy. Yeah. But what I do is I prep all my roasties and chips, and then I freeze them individually, and then I just bag them all together, and then I do them in portions. So the kids just grab and then put straight in the air fryer. Yeah. And it's just, cost you about what? 60p to make about 3 weeks worth of chips.
Exactly.
That's nothing.
Oh, well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you both on. And
Nervous.
Thank you for being part of this very first podcast that we've done with Abbzfit. So I'm sure the listeners are going to love listening to what you've had to say.
Hopefully I'll be more confident next time.
Yeah, no, honestly, you've both been brilliant, and it's been a pleasure having you on, Maggie, and
Oh, thanks for having me.
sharing your experience and your journey. I'm sure we're going to keep smashing it.
Keep sharing your meals.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you've all enjoyed this, found it useful. And if you need any more information or advice in regards to what we offer, what services we do, just head over to abbzfit.co.uk and you'll find any information you need on the website. Our number's on there, and feel free to just drop me a message. Thanks again, guys. Speak to you all next time.